Oh, what's up, everybody? You got Mark here. You got Matt over there. Matt, how's it going, buddy?
Happy Thursday.
Friday
Mark.
Junior, buddy.
Yeah.
Friday Junior in the house. Pretty happy about it. Love playoff NFL. I think that's a
kinda
really fun.
We normally get football on Thursdays. Not anymore.
Well,
we're done.
Guys get us. I mean, that's better.
We are your football.
We're
Thursdays.
filling in. You know, we're like, hey, let's move to Thursday. Fill in for football. No, I'm kidding.
Sure.
But no, looking forward to it, dude. Love those weekends where you got Saturday, Sunday football. The
Playoff
games
football is
matter.
great. Saturday football is great.
Great weekend. So this
Yeah.
is a lot of fun. So if you're into gambling, gamble. If you like it. If you don't gamble, you're gonna have fun with the games.
Cheer on the
anyway.
people that do.
Cheer on the people that do. Get together with some friends, eat some good food, have some good drinks, all that fun stuff. You know what I mean, Matt? Enjoy it, because this will be kind of over soon. And yeah.
We got it. We got a good 5-6 more weeks. 5 weeks of football.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. So looking forward to that, Matt. Anything else going on, man, in your world? Anything else you want to talk about in the world, dude? Just
I mentioned this to you earlier. I'm going to Portugal next
Portugal.
week.
How
Yeah.
cool, man. I would
Yeah.
love to visit Portugal. That seems like a underrated kind of European stop. You know what I mean?
Why not? Why not go? I guess
Yeah.
is the
Visit
question.
Ronaldo?
I'm gonna look him up.
Oh, well, they say you look like Messi.
Like Messi.
They're gonna
Maybe
give,
be threatened by me,
dude,
yeah,
they're going to give you
yeah.
so much shit there. You better watch if you're wearing the
What's
wrong
up, Steve?
jersey. Steve, what's up, man? Welcome.
Yeah, maybe not.
No, that's funny, dude. Well, that'd be a lot of fun. Do you have like a lot of museum stuff, trips? You go to the, well, it's, I mean, I guess kind of, is it, well, what's the temperature like? You know what I mean?
It's like 60.
So it's just like a light jacket.
It's like
you're
spring.
just chilling.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's actually really nice, dude.
So it'll be pleasant. I don't know what
Get
I'm
outside,
gonna do.
walk around, check
Yeah,
out the,
just take in
check out the
Lisbon.
area,
That's
you
it.
know what I mean?
Take in
Very
the
cool.
city. Yeah.
Oh, cool, dude.
So it'll be cool.
Sounds like fun, dude.
Yeah.
Work on your Portuguese when you come back. Let me know
I
how
should be doing
goes.
it now.
Well,
It's too late.
you'll catch on. You can go to Brazil next too. You're just gonna work on your
There
Portuguese,
you go.
jump around. All right, man. Let's get to it. Let's talk.
Sure.
What's going on? So we have a drop coming up next week, Matt.
Yep.
I wish I knew more about Sid and Marty Krofft. Sid and Marty Krofft Pictures with Funko. They're doing their digital Funko drop Tuesday, guys. 12,500 standard, 12,500 premium, so not very high. And I think it's really because this is kind of a niche market, man. And this is an older market too.
Very much so.
Sid and Marty, well, maybe it was just in Canada, but it's you. How would you describe this? You were saying kind of a Sesame Street.
I said Canadian Muppets.
Canadian Muppet. Oh, Canadian Muppets, not Sesame. Canadian Muppets.
Yeah.
Okay. Because this is something, not on my radar. Not something I really saw as a kid or even
Yes.
really noticed. Well, looking into it, I kind of like, I do recognize this stuff in like pop culture. and
HR
things
Puffin stuff is the only thing I knew about.
yeah, so
Only
that kind of like stuck out. Like, okay, I've heard about this, and I've heard it referenced before in jokes, maybe that
Yep.
I didn't really get. Where they're talking about kind of like drugs or something. Where it's
Sure.
like, I don't get this. You know
Right.
what I mean? Where it's it has to do with these Canadian Muppet type things. Okay, cool.
Hmm?
The other thing is it's older, Matt. This is before us, so this is like I think started from this. Oh, do I still have the Wikipedia?
If you're under 45, I don't think you know what this is.
DKP, what's up? Thank you so much for the sub, dude. Yeah, hey, pull the big one, man. We're working on it. I'm getting some sealed product coming soon, so maybe I'll open it live here. But they started the television stuff in the 60s, 70s. I mean, so you had to be a kid in the 60s and 70s, so you're older than us. So,
Yep.
it's a different style of people that I think that would get into NFTs, Matt.
So just looking at it from an age perspective, let's just say you were born in 1960, so you kind of grew up with this in the periphery. That would make you, 63 right now?
Yeah.
That's probably like best case scenario in terms of lowest age imaginable. Maybe like born in 70, you caught the tail end of it. So we're saying like 50 to 60 are the people that were watching this.
High 40s, maybe too.
Maybe high 40s.
But just an older crew.
Yeah.
And I would say that older crew, Matt, is not into NFTs at all.
But you know what they have, Mark, is money.
They
to
have
spend.
money, for sure. Oh, absolutely. And
Money to
who
spend.
knows? If they're retired, they might have some money to throw around.
Maybe they're
on something
collecting.
for the house. Collecting,
Sure.
things like that.
Sure.
So, let's talk about Venn diagrams, man. Let's do a Venn diagram.
Let's do it.
So we talk about things that you can make money on, right?
Steve, no. We're not messing with anybody.
Oh, no, not at all. I should rephrase my term here, right?
What were you saying, Mark? Were you messing with old people?
Oh, I'm trying not to, man. I'm get beat up.
Steve's gonna come for you.
He's gonna come for me, right?
Not gonna
Take
go
me out. But really, it's like, there's the NFT barrier. We're talking about barrier to entry on like how you make money on stuff. Well, there's a barrier to entry. Well, there's a barrier to entry with NFTs, but I think that's kind of broken down a little bit because it's been around for so long, right? Everyone knows about these Funko drops, and you could use your credit card not so slick anymore.
Sure.
But I think it is for a certain age area, a certain group, and that's the people who are like, NFTs, fuck you, I don't even want to hear about it.
Yes, they
And
think
I
it's
think
all
that's
just.
them.
I mean, I'm using the word they, like, you know, like not old people, just the people that aren't into NFTs. It's very polarizing. There are people that are like super passionate about NFTs. There are people that are like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. It's fake. Take a screenshot. Now I have it, etc.,
Yes.
etc. I think there is going to be as we're going to discuss here, there is going to be an overlap, I think.
Yeah, so we have people who are willing to buy, like people who buy NFTs or are willing to buy.
I like it. This is
Because it's one of those things like I'm not gonna buy a Ape Yacht Club or any sort of PFP or anything like that. I think that's silly. I really do. I think that's just kind of you. It's like showing off your money in a way, which is something, but you got to do it with more of a purpose, I think, for that. Okay, so people who buy NFTs are willing to buy NFTs. Matt, with people who are, and I want to make sure I get the name right.
Sid and Marty Krofft.
Sid and Marty. And people who are Sid and Marty fans. Matt, we're going to
This is
do
gonna be
orange and
very,
blue.
very thin overlap.
We're going to do orange and blue for the Bears. Oh, man, this is going to be tough. I have a hard... Oh, that's like... is that too much?
You can move it.
Oh, let's move this bad guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Oh,
now we're like more like this,
This
right?
thing fucks. Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, right. Okay, now
This is
here we
good.
go. So, guys, now here is our Sid and Marty. We should call it Marky.
Marky. Now then I'd really be interested.
Sid and Marty fans.
Sure.
Very little overlap.
Very. I mean, you might even be generous.
I might be a little generous here. I might be a little.
That's like 1/115.
And I want to fill it in, guys. Here's the green circle there. We're chilling in the green circle. So, I think there's something here, and it's going to be on eBay. So I wouldn't get too worked up if you buy this and you're like, oh shit, the wax prices suck.
Yes.
Or, I mean, the Atomic Hub prices suck. Yep. They might. You know what I mean? Because I don't.
And to be fair, they probably will. I'm expecting these to be very, like we saw Jay and Silent Bob, like very lower priced. You know, we saw the same thing with Game of Thrones. Surprisingly, that might have had to do with a couple of different things, but like $25, $30, $35 legendaries, like I'm not going to get discouraged by that. If I see $25 redeemables, $30 redeemables, and I have extra wax laying around, you better believe I'm gonna pick up a couple HR Puffin stuffs.
Oh, a couple of HJHs.
Horatio J. Hoodoo. Because I think, Mark, and the point that we're trying to get at here is that the people that are going...
They did a nice job on the redeemables. Go ahead.
Sure they did. They're very, very unique. They're very... For the people that are fans of this, very, very recognizable. Like, I don't know any of these people. But... With that being said, the people that are going to be interested in buying these that either don't know they exist, don't know how to buy them, don't want to buy them on Atomic Hub, don't want to go through all that process, kind of like Steve was saying, like, there are a lot of people that want these things but have zero interest in going through the process of getting them. They're going to be looking on the secondary market once they see these things exist, like, well, how do I get these? It's going to be on eBay. It's going to be on Facebook Marketplace. It's going to be on all these platforms, and that's where we're going to be.
The bad guy.
Just be ready. Look,
where's my Razor Ramon gif right there? Who's gonna be selling this guy? You know.
No. But with that being said, like I'm not expecting these. You know, I'm not expecting you to be able to quadruple your money on these. You still set reasonable expectations, but I think you're. I mean, I'm not going to overextend myself, Mark, but I'm certainly going to go through the drop and try to go through 1 or 2 times.
Absolutely. And this is one where I'm going to keep an eye on these redeemables, and if they do drop below like $30-$40, yeah, I'm going to scoop some up.
Sure.
I mean, this seems like something to sell on eBay, so yeah, I'm in on this, even though it's kind of, and I kind of like how this one's, not a normal Funko head.
They're different. They're all unique, which is great looking.
Form Seymour Spider
Except
guy.
fucking Jimmy. Who is this guy? Give me a Jimmy, Mark. Go to
As
the
Slee Stack, so he's this guy. This is Slee Stack.
But who's Jimmy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at Freddy. Oh, I got Freddy and Jimmy confused. Who is Jimmy? He's got a magic potion, Matt. See, you'd have to watch this stuff. That Killer Panda, you got your Chucky NFT finally on.
Is that like Puff the Magic Dragon?
Maybe.
What's that from? Oh, that's Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Yeah, could be.
Never mind. I don't know.
I have my Ember Moon on the way. I'm super.
That one's
pumped
crazy. The resale value on that.
Yeah, that one was up. People are selling that for crazy. We'll see. I'm concerned about the condition. We'll see what comes.
Yeah, it's a good point of bringing that up, Mark. I forgot who it was in the Discord that talked about their plastic chipped off on the inside of the box. Like, to my knowledge, you're just gonna be shit out of luck if you just get one and it's kind of dinged up a little bit. Like, I don't know if, I mean, they have to be getting claims like that all the time, or people contacting them like, hey, this happened, this is dinged up, this is dented, like, what can you do? To my knowledge, I don't think they do anything.
Yeah, no.
So, just
my one example is, but I don't know because it's through Drop and not regular Funko.
yes.
So I think that's the difference. Yep. I recently ordered that Masters of the Universe, the backpack that came with the Princess Funko.
Yeah.
It had a ripped top. I mean, it's pretty beat up. I mean, it was like not normal. And how they packed it, the backpack was loose with just a Funko in there, no cardboard around the Funko.
Funko was loose in the backpack?
No, loose in the box.
Oh, in the box.
Shipping. So it was just banging around, and it just had some, so they put some air bags in there or whatever. So it was just bouncing around. I got beat to shit. So I sent them with the pictures. They gave me $15. So if you have pictures, send it. They might give you something back. I mean, it's worth asking.
So the Funko Pop literally did not have a case. It was just a loose Funko.
It was a loose Funko in there with the backpack. Yes. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Speaking of which, there was a Funko drop today that I missed out on. I caught the email too late. It was a Buzz Lightyear Loungefly with Funko Pop. Sold out really quickly.
Those are great ones. Yeah. No, got to keep an eye out for those guys. But I put that on the Discord, the Steeler Snoop Dogg one, which was selling for like 4 times right away. So you just got to keep an eye out those. Keep an eye for a limited edition one, guys.
Yep.
And you want Loungefly that sells the Funko with the backpack. You want the 2 for 1, right? One thing I do want to point out, guys, important dates. This one's going to deliver Q3 2023.
Before some of the other ones.
Before Hasbro, before Elf. So keep that in mind. Yep. So people could be a little confused on the timing of these things. You're going to get this one quicker, even though the redemption token's coming later, right? So I think that's pretty cool. How they decided that, I hope this just isn't a fucking typo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think it is. I don't think so. I think they're saying, hey, because this is a lower print run, we could actually get these to you. Or we've been sitting on these fucking things. We didn't know what to do with them. So now
we do.
We're going to throw some stickers on it. They'll call it digital and call it a day. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so keep an eye on that stuff, man. But yeah, I'm in for at least, I open up, I do 4 windows. I do my phone, I do my 2 plugins, and the Wi-Fi. So there you go. So I'll probably try to go through at least twice. What about you? Once, twice?
I'll usually go through twice if I can.
Twice, yeah.
And depending on my polls, I may go through a 3rd time, depending on what it is.
Yeah, right. Try to go through twice. All right, cool guys. That is Tuesdays. Keep an eye out. January 17th. Boom, boom, boom. Check it out. If you have any questions, jump in the Discord. We'll let you know. Matt, next let's talk a little Hot Wheels.
Sure.
So we have Hot Wheels, guys. The Series 3. So if you check out the Series 3 coin, there's a bunch of coin when you go to the marketplace on Atomic Hub. Go to Hot Wheels. They're going to have all these coins. They still have Series 2 and Series 1 coins there, so don't buy the wrong coin.
Do not buy the wrong coin.
People will try to screw you. You want to see Series 3, and you'll see the date, too. So that's the redemption date, is the 13th, guys. So we're going to start redeeming these coins. If you haven't already, redeem them. But that's the end date. Once it hits 13th, you're done.
Yes.
And they should start shipping them. I haven't heard that they're going to be delayed.
Me either.
So,
do you trust them to tell
crossed, well, do I trust them to tell me? No, not till after the redemption date.
Yeah, okay.
They wouldn't say it till after the redemption date, because then people would be like, well, why don't you push back the redemption date? And then it's a whole fucking mess. It's like, leave us alone. So hopefully it's not pushed back. The last one was pushed back, 6 months?
Yeah, something like that.
Jesus. So hopefully it ships right away. If you're interested in these, Matt, we were talking kind of about prices. And maybe you could kind of talk about that. We were saying kind of Series 1, Series 2, and now we're on Series 3.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. So this is now, as you said, this is the 3rd series that is going to be fully redeemed. So we have a little bit of a sample size in terms of like what the NFT prices were, what the redeemable coins were worth, and then what the, once they get on the secondary market, what kind of prices we're seeing. So for the people that were around when Series 1 dropped, like we had talked about when we were buying the Twin Mills and the Mock Speeders, which were, out of all the Series 1 cards, those were, the lower level of the redeemables. We were scooping those up for what we felt like was a really, really hot price of like $40 a piece.
40, it's crazy. We're like, this is too cheap.
Yes,
What's
exactly.
on here? The print run was so low. If you click on these Twin Mills, 964 out of 1,200 they wanted to make.
Which is crazy now, to see sub 1,000.
Look, only 700 burned, so only 700 were made.
Yeah. So knowing that, like we thought, like, wow, $45, this is incredible. So we ended up buying as many of those as we could. And when they hit eBay, they're originally, they were selling 120, 130, 140, 150. It cooled down a little bit, but you were comfortably making double your money.
Almost
if not
three
more.
times, yeah.
If
Almost
not
three times.
yes.
Oh, like between 2 and 3.
Between 2 and 3. So you're making $50, $50 to $75 a piece on all these. Easy. Take that to Series 2, where, again, I'm looking at the barometer of just the lower level ones. So Series 2 was the Custom Auto and the Aristorat.
Mm-hmm.
So if you remember correctly, Mark, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember like the NFT, redeemable NFTs, and then the coins, they were kind of sitting around, I don't know.
There we go. 40s.
$30.
Yep. Well, it was about 40s. 40s for the Aristorat.
Okay.
And well, no, early on, yeah, it was. Oh, jeez, early on it was in the 30s. I don't know what I did there. But yeah, in the 40s for the Aristorat. Let me check the auto. But yeah, Matt, you're right. Yeah. So
I remember the NFTs. This is probably before the coin drop. The NFTs were like $22, $23.
No, that's a very good point, Matt. This is because this is all later, so this isn't the same. You're 100% right. That wouldn't work.
There you go. Like they were sitting there forever.
Yeah,
there you go.
$29, guys, and this was for months. We're talking for like 2.5 months. They were under 30. This is what we were talking about. Hamwich, love me some Hot Wheels NFTs.
Yes.
Yeah, Hamwich all over it. 35 pack Burt all over. I mean, we were like, guys, we were making easy money here.
Yes. So if you got in early, if you pulled these or you saw, and we had been talking about this at the time. I think it was Burt that was buying all the custom autos. Like it might have been Ham actually, but. Like, to see these at, like, $22, $23, $24, Mark, knowing what we knew at the time about how well Series 1 did, like, a lot of people were scooping these up. Mm-hmm. Now, with that being said, like, once these got in hand, they did not perform as well as Series 1, but you're still doubling your money on these easy. Mm-hmm. Getting in at $25, these are selling for $60, $70, $80 all day. All day.
And it's a lot of turnover. I mean, we're talking velocity of sales, guys. You're going to have no problem getting rid of these. You can get rid of these in 2 days if you want to. I mean, it's like kind of crazy. Like these are people are kind of hearing about it now, right? So there we go.
So take that to Series 3 now, where we've seen in 2 straight series, we've seen the lower level ones, the only ones I'm looking at are talking about currently. Easy, flip, double your money, maybe triple your money. So Series 3, we're seeing like the Bad to the Blade and the 2-Jet Z. Those are kind of sitting, the NFTs, and now the coins are kind of sitting at $30. Mm-hmm. So we've seen them gradually kind of go, the coins gradually go down a little bit from 40 to 35 to 30, which is kind of to be expected, I think.
You can get these for under 20 for a good week there.
Crazy.
Ooh,
the NFTs.
The NFTs, yeah.
Yes, exactly. They're so cheap. And yes, more people are going to be in on it from the early series, which means that maybe they're going to be more on the market because less are getting wasted. People know what they're doing now. But you're still going to... I find it incredibly hard to believe, Mark, based on all the streams that we've been doing with Hot Wheels, where this is a passionate fan base. Mm-hmm. These are people that not only love Hot Wheels, but they love unique and numbered Hot Wheels.
Passionate, yeah, Matt. Passionate. They love Hot... Yes, there's definitely... agree with that. Go ahead. Yeah.
There is... And look, this is going to be an exaggeration, but I mean it in principle. There's a 0% chance you would buy one of these at $22 and not be able to double your money on it.
Right?
A 0% chance.
0% chance. Like, there'd have to be World War III to happen. Yeah. And you'd still probably make enough on it.
You could buy these right now at $30, and I'd be hard-pressed to believe you could not sell them for anything less than $50 or $55.
Right. I'm with you 100%, Matt. And getting these for, like, cheap when we were
super
getting them. I mean, we were just buying packs at the end. It was a joke. I mean, it was kind of like, I remember the Discord. People were like, "Well, I'm kind of, I kind of spent a lot of money. Should I do 10 more?" And we were all kind of laughing about, what the hell's going on? And it was kind of like I was in the middle of buying like another 4 because I was like, I stopped for like an hour. I was like,
I bought 4 packs. I'm like, well, did I go too
I
hard?
got like 8 or 12, and I was like, guys, I'm done. I come back an hour. I'm like, all right, you guys convinced me 4 more. As I was buying those, they shut it off. Yeah. And I was like, oh, you jerks.
Ham makes a good point, though. The fact that Mattel has ditched wax in Atomic Cup and is now going to be building their own marketplace, like, that is exactly right. It's a continued commitment. Like, this is incredibly hot. We need to take ownership of this, and we need to control. You can say what you want about them controlling the marketplace, and I don't know what that's going to look like. But I don't think it's going to affect the secondary market once these get in hand. Like, it's done too well for it to not do well going forward, unless they really fuck it up somehow.
Yeah, and I don't see how that's Series 5, Series 6, Series 7. Yes. They could fuck that up.
Sure, they could come up with 100 ways. If they make it more we saw them do that with Funko, where more
print
sets.
Run, it just and then they do a shitty run. And they're gonna do a high print run of something shitty, and everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck do you do, Hot Wheels?" Yes. And then they're gonna have to earn our trust back. It'll be a lot of fun. Yes. Trust me, it's gonna happen. Yep. But this, yeah, man, and yes, continued interest in it because they're doing Series 4 on Mattel Creations. And when you check the Explorer, I mean, we're going to talk, guys, it's all money game when we're talking, when Matt's bringing that up, kind of like they want to bring it in-house because they've done $3.5 million in sales.
Yeah.
So of that $3.5 million in sales...
What's their percentage? Do you know? Do you remember what it is?
They, I think, are taking 8%.
Let me get some quick math here.
So, 3 point... You can,
was that
like $300,000 bucks.
Yeah.
$300,000 bucks. So you take that in-house...
It's a nice chunk of change.
That's a nice
for
chunk
doing
of change.
nothing.
And now...
Really?
The thought is this should always grow.
Yeah.
As the sets get more and more, people will always trade the old stuff and want to continue to trade this new stuff, right? So that's a kind of forever money market they kind of want to build, where they're taking a percent from it. But the popularity of NFTs, I think, is waning a little bit. I'm just unsure if people want the NFTs, you're going to have to make them have utility, right? So you're going to be able to get into drops and things like that, and you'll see weird NFTs pop in value and stuff. But that's a big chunk of change. I mean, this has only been a few drops, 3 drops here.
3 drops.
And 3.5 million. So I mean, guys, that's a decent chunk of change for a year.
That's crazy.
And that's on top of everything else. So they're already selling you packs and all this. That's that forever money. That's that, companies love that shit. It's like getting you in a subscription. It's like this is constant cash flow. So
yeah, I think Ham's right. He's talking about taking it off wax maybe makes it less susceptible to the volatility of crypto. Make it maybe more of a controlled environment.
Yeah.
Not worry about wax taking prices up and down. Just dollars.
Right.
Just controlled. Not have to worry about pricing fluctuating.
Because I'm sure somebody's like, I tried to list it in dollars, I listed in wax, and do all that weird shit on here.
A lot of people don't want to get involved in crypto in any capacity.
Especially after what's happened recently.
Sure.
I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, I think now it's too late, right? If you're new to crypto now, it's like, what are you doing, right? It's like you had to get in earlier, right? Yes. I mean, things are falling apart, but if you got in early, you might still be up a lot of money.
So I think they're going to try to simplify the market, make it easier to understand, easier to access, and easier to buy and sell without having to kind of like buy, sell crypto, move it to a wallet, all this stuff like that. People don't want to do that.
Yeah, and it just makes sense because it just, instead of like actually making the actual cars, you're selling these things. I mean,
sure.
That's just just money making. Man, let's talk a little playoff football and cards here. We were talking about NFL cards, playoff. Things are going to get a little crazy, guys. We're going to see some price fluctuations all over the place. The IRS wants more control, but absolutely, guys, pay attention. You probably had to give information to the crypto fund or whatever you're using to cash out. So expect to pay taxes on that. I wouldn't, not pay taxes on that.
The other one, DKP, is the Cadillac. I think is
the Cadillac.
Cadillac is the rare one,
the super rare one. So I think of those, you want the Pontiac, you want the Acura, you want the Cadillac, right? All the brand names, and of those, I think I like the Acura the best.
Yep.
So, but not that like the Cadillac's gonna be bad, or the Firebird for that matter.
They'll all be fine. Yep.
Yeah. So Matt, we were talking to Eagles. We were saying, hey, Matt, let's say I got a friend, married a girl from Philadelphia, went to the wedding. Philadelphia, great city, had a lot of fun. Philadelphia's a good place. You've been to Philadelphia.
I've been for a weekend, yeah.
A lot of fun. Philadelphia's a lot of fun. You guys got a free weekend, check out Philadelphia.
It's a cool place, yeah.
Let's say they get hot in the playoffs, man.
Sure. Which I fully expect them to, Mark.
You have a Jalen Hurts rookie or something. What are you doing?
Okay, so this brings up an interesting point, and we've touched on this before, is buying, not even just buying low, because you can't always buy low on guys. Like, you can't buy low on Jalen Hurts right now because he had an MVP caliber year. If you talked to me last year and you said you bought some Jalen Hurts, I'd be like, okay, it could be a good starter. Like, his stuff 2 years ago was worth a tenth of what it is now. So you can't buy low on Jalen Hurts. But that does not mean there is not a buying opportunity if you believe not only in Jalen Hurts, but you believe in the Eagles going far in the playoffs. Because what I've noticed in my years of buying sports cards is that as a team goes in the playoffs, so goes the price of the cards of the people on that team, specifically the quarterbacks. We've seen it with Tom Brady. When Tom Brady won the Super Bowl with the Bucks, you would have thought, well, Tom Brady's value of cards is probably pretty set in stone at this point.
Yeah, right.
Guys won 6 Super Bowls.
Come on, like how much more is it going to change? He's the GOAT, right?
When he won that 7th Super Bowl, his stuff went through the roof, higher than you ever would have thought it could have gone. and it has since cooled off from then. And granted, some of that is where the market was at that time, but people get excited at the possibility of someone winning a Super Bowl because of what that does to their legacy and what that does to the price of their cards. So if you buy a Jalen Hurts rookie card right now, let's say you buy a nice one, like a rookie auto, a couple $100. If they make it to the Super Bowl, let alone win it, you're going to make money on that card because people are like, well, if Jalen Hurts, he may be the next guy. It's Allen, Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts. And if he wins the Super Bowl, who's going to argue with him? People are going to. We saw what happened with Brock Purdy rookie cards after 4 starts.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. No, yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, things are going to get crazy. And it's not just Jalen Hurts. It's kind of whatever quarterback or whoever you think's going to win.
Could be Kirk Cousins.
It could be Kirk Cousins. Well, let's say like, I think it's going to be Patrick Mahomes.
Sure.
That's kind of the one where I think there's the least pop there. Is that fair to say?
You could also look at it from the perspective of, okay, so ever since his first really his record-setting year, he won the Super Bowl. This is the next guy. This is the next all-time great.
Yeah.
Not to say that he isn't. I think he probably is, but he hasn't won another Super Bowl since then. I don't think he's won another MVP. He'll probably win this year. But if he wins another Super Bowl, he goes from being a guy that is going to be, Montana, Elway, Peyton Manning. He's going to be the guy in that rung to he's going to be like, this guy is the next Brady. This guy is going to be the next greatest of all time. That second Super Bowl is going to put him in rarefied air. Just 2 Super Bowls, 2 MVPs. Like,
That's a big deal. Yeah,
that is a big deal. But
see,
I
and
understand.
Now you got me thinking like awards too, and that's something to think as well. Like, okay, they're going to win another MVP or,
Pat Mahomes will win the MVP. If he wins a Super Bowl, he's going to be the talk of the NFL season. Like, this guy has done this. No other player's done this in his first X amount of years. Like, what kind of records is this guy going to set? Like, he's going to be the entire talk of the offseason.
And even like, even if someone established like Brady, you said that, his last Super Bowl.
There is no ceiling on Brady.
So it's kind of one of those things. If you have a feeling that the Bucs are might have a chance.
Maybe.
At it. I mean, geez, it's one of those things. I think you just need to look at the playoffs.
Yes.
And maybe make a little educated guess.
Sure. Don't just buy anybody.
And maybe I wouldn't do $100 autograph. Maybe I'd do more.
You can certainly
lower, but
sure.
I'd look around. I'd maybe look for an auction or something like that, or maybe even something not graded, something maybe just regular. But
it's gonna be
and flip it right there and take like a $30 card for $60 and call it a day.
I've said this, Mark, but you don't have to wait and hope they make the Super Bowl. I think with each incremental win in the playoffs, you're gonna see a little bump. Because people are going to get excited.
Someone's going to have a killer first round and lose in the second round. I mean, it happens every year.
I think, so just if you're looking at all the quarterbacks in the playoffs, I think the guy that probably has the lowest
entry point, is that?
Yes, that's a good way of putting it. It might be Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, Geno Smith. Like, I don't think the Seahawks might lose first round.
Yeah.
But Kirk Cousins, like, you could probably buy a reasonable rookie card, PSA 10. If he wins, look, they have as good a shot as anybody, like in the NFC at this point. Like, can they beat the Eagles? Yes. Will they? I don't know. Maybe not. But you could buy like a PSA 10 or buy a bunch of raw ones and just, hold on to them, get them graded.
Yeah, or just sell the raw ones like
sure.
Exactly. Like right
get into
after
this
he
as deep
wins.
as you want to, but there is an opportunity, is all I'm saying.
So if you have a bead on a quarterback, you have a bead on a team or feeling about somebody.
Yep.
Go for it. And it's kind of an interesting story. Like, let's say Kirk Cousins does it, and you have, what's Justin Jefferson, the receiver there, have him win MVP or something weird like that.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. I could see the storyline that way.
Like, this happened with, like, Joe Flacco when he won the Super Bowl. Like, his
Joe
stuff
Flacco,
went,
that's
like, well, this guy is he elite? Like,
of course he is. How many in a row is he going to win now?
Yeah. It'll always happen. Just don't buy willy-nilly. Don't spend willy-nilly. Just like you said, Mark, like, look at it from an educated point of view. Like, what is likely to happen? Where can I make money off of those likely scenarios?
Or you could be looking and be like, I don't have any fucking clue. And then just say, hey, I'm sitting this one.
Yeah, you can sit out if you're not.
Fair enough. And go look at baseball cards or something that's off season and try to make an educated guess there.
Sure.
And good luck on all those. We're just showing you about that Bryce Harper card.
Yeah, it was cool looking.
It's cool looking. I like the DJ Ski stuff, guys. So we'll pull it up real quick. They do this all the time at Topps now.
They don't want any robots going here, Mark.
There you go.
Did you end up buying any of these, Mark, or were we just kind of taking a peek at them?
I was looking at this parallel one. I was like, what do I really want to spend on? But I think I'm going to buy the $20 one.
Sure,
I bought
cool
the other
looking.
one, and I'm a DJ Ski fan.
Yeah.
So, and this is like it's supposed to be a little Uzi Vert. I don't really understand it, man.
And it's limited. 3,900. That's
3,900's limited, and there's a chance I can get a $299 foil.
Weiss Disney 100 years. I did not. Do you know where we can find that? A quick search? Would that do it?
No, but that is cool.
Weiss Disney.
That is cool.
Everyone loves Weiss. I got the Weiss Marvel cards.
Everybody does love the Weiss stuff.
That I liked.
Because there's that, was it the Lorcana stuff or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just kind of curious. I haven't really.
We have to look at that.
Have to look at that. Yeah, guys. We'll look at that. And there's the pre-orders for that Yu-Gi-Oh! 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
So you should look for that stuff too, guys. We talked about that last week as well. So very cool. Let's talk about MetaZoo prices real quick.
Sure.
We want to talk a little. We're saying, guys, there's still some ways to make money on MetaZoo. I think people are a little too negative on them. Loveland Frogman, Doug was talking about this earlier. You could buy some raw cards and sell for PSA 10. No problem. So let's see. PSA 10 sold 130. That's first edition, right?
Mm-hmm.
The best offer.
You could probably buy them raw for like 20, $25.
20, 25. Find an auction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is just kind of an interesting flip here. So keep an eye out. It's a reverse.
There's a 15. That's a sideways picture.
A sideways picture, but still, there you go. Not bad. Keep an eye out for those. So there's still ways to make money.
Sure.
Loveland Frogman's a good example. I think Piazza Bird, Piazza Bird might be a little Whatnot exclusive one. But we were selling slabs on Whatnot, and it went really well. And I think we were kind of surprised that we had people
still wanted stuff
interested in it as much as they were, because it was kind of like people were so negative about it on the Discord maybe, and maybe it's just kind of like it's just kind of what you hear, and you're not really kind of
sure
outside of your little circle here, your echo chamber. So it was kind of like, wow, that was surprising. So there's things there like these new skateboards, Matt. I don't really have any interest in things like that. That's kind of,
I think that ship sailed.
The newer stuff, it's really, I was saying they have to kind of win us back with a good drop, and I need to see it first.
Sure.
I might miss it. Oh, so be it. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to buy the next 5 drops in a row to find it. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. I think.
I already snoozed it. I can't snooze it anymore. Sorry.
I agree with you. I think it's always hard to buy things when they're cold because you feel like you're wasting money on something that's not going to go anywhere. But at the end of the day, it's a buying opportunity. Like, there's a lot of conversation about MetaZoo being dead. It's not dead. It's not irrelevant. It's just people don't care about the new stuff in the same way they do about the old stuff. But because people still care about the old stuff, you can still go back and buy the old stuff, get it graded, and flip it. And for the most part, we saw the condition of these cards coming out of the boxes and packs to be pretty good. For the most part, everything we sent was a 9 or a 10. There are some anomalies, but
yeah, like
you have a good shot
you
at
get
getting
like
a 10.
6, and you're like, what the hell happened there?
Yeah.
But yeah, you do have a really nice shot getting a 10. These come in good quality. That's a really great point, Matt. It's you really, if you could pay attention, like take some time, look at the pictures on eBay.
Yeah.
Go through some ones that you think are selling better, because I could tell you I see some. So we gave you Frogman. There's others out there. Look at promos, things like that. Nightfall is a great example. There's some interesting things out there for Nightfall that people are starting to pay attention to pick up. Like we were just talking about Indrid Cold and things like that. You can get these cards super cheap.
Sure you can.
And get them graded and sell them for a medium price. And, you're going to be okay on some of these. So just pay attention. I think beasties are the way to go unless it's a very special aura, right?
Like a Chaos Crystal or, from Nightfall.
Yeah, besides promos, it's beasties all day. I don't think anyone cares about any of the other, auras or artifacts or potions and shit like that. It's just never really took off. Beasties all day.
Yeah, Mark and I have been fans of Nightfall. We were buying Nightfall boxes for a while there on and selling them on Whatnot, but we like a lot of stuff on Whatnot, and that had a limited print run compared to a lot of these other things, and that may be kind of pulling up the rear, not doing as well as Cryptonation Series 1, but you can still sell these things. You just have to be smart about what you're buying and the condition you're buying it in. There you go. I still got mine. I just don't wear it in public.
Limited edition. Well, I've wear it on the show, right?
Yeah.
I have worn it out like a couple times. I don't know, man. I don't know if I get weird looks. Like, it's not,
It looks like dog bones. You know?
I don't think, picking up any chicks in this thing. I think it's more like, who's this guy? Getting my groceries. Fuck off now.
There you go. You should say that.
What are you doing?
Just buy my groceries. Fuck
hey,
off.
Man. Leave me alone, dude. Yeah, so there you go. But what isn't this limited? Isn't this like limited edition to like 500?
Probably.
Whatever, I got great. It actually was a really nice quality.
Sure.
Hey, tell you that much.
Sure.
Comfy.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, guys, still money to be made. So keep an eye out for things like that. There are other things that you buy in Medizu that aren't with stuff too. So keep an eye out. I think some of these promos kind of stink. Like, what was it? Thanksgiving and stuff. And
Yeah. I got a couple things
the Halloween where everything was overprinted and
Yep.
really kind of fell apart. So
Yep.
keep an eye out for things like that. Matt, anything else you want to talk about? Anything else going on? Guys, we've got a whatnot after this. Join us if you'd like. Not the hype of the last one. Maybe because I didn't put a good picture up, so I let the video do it.
Mark, don't be so hard on yourself.
Oh jeez, yeah, here I am breaking the.
Gratitude. Show some gratitude.
I'm breaking the New Year's resolution already.
Right. Show some gratitude.
Yeah, right. Show some gratitude. There you go, guys.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, guys, we're gonna be hopping over the whatnot in about 10 minutes. We're gonna be doing slabs. They're having fun, jamming out to some music. Man, what do you want to listen to tonight? People were liking Aoki. We can maybe switch it on and off. We can do that and then bounce over to. Is that CD on Spotify? I'll have to take a look. Probably somewhere. I have no idea. It might not be. Some of those weird like DJ ones aren't. You gotta kind of like track it down. But yeah, guys, we'll be hopping over there. And yeah, Matt's gonna be in Portugal next week, so we might do an early show. So. Monday?
Maybe Monday.
Maybe Monday, not guaranteed. We might even do a remote show. We haven't done one of those in a while.
It's true. It's never as fun, but sometimes it's just necessary.
It's fun. We'll do that, and yeah, I'll probably do a whatnot by myself next week. We'll do something fun.
Sure.
We might be back to Dowell sooner
Thanks,
or
Steve.
later,
Appreciate
guys.
that.
I appreciate it, Steve. Yeah. Dowell sooner than later. It's kind of messed up. Like I have all these kind of like recommended shows. It's like dolls.
It's all dolls.
It's like really kind of funny. And I get like push notifications about like baby's clothes. It's like really funny too.
Mark, this may be something you're interested in.
Like what is going on? But it's kind of since we've been doing more Hot Wheels and cards now. It's like battled back. So now I get a mix of everything.
Sure.
And it's just hilarious, dude. And I need to turn off the push notifications when I need to do.
Sure.
So yeah. So man, that's pretty much all I got, man. I'm gonna enjoy the playoffs. Hope you guys do too.
Same.
Enjoy the rest of your Friday, Junior. Come join us on Whatnot. We'll be hanging out. And yeah, if you guys got anything coming, I hope you pulled a big one. Matt, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No. Hello to our friends in Australia and New Zealand.
Hello to our friends in Australia and New Zealand. All right, guys, as we always say to end the show is... Pull the big one! All right, peace, guys. Have a great night. Come join us on Whatnot. Come say what's up. Peace.